What's up, everybody? Welcome to the first episode of season 3 of Something Awesome podcast. Joined here as always with Rick. How's it going, Rick?
Always with Rick.
As always with Rick. Yeah. What's up, man?
Yeah, it's been a while, man. I'm sweating like a pig.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, but overall, like, it's been a crazy break, everyone.
Here, I want to hit the people with some full disclosure here, okay? The goal was for us to get together throughout the summer and kind of put some of these in the can, because like we always say, we live on the corner of nostalgia and new, so nothing is ever super current or you need to hear it or watch it now.
Yeah.
But it's been very hot here in Southern California, number one. Number two, at certain points of the summer, Rick and I have both been very lazy and unmotivated.
Yeah, probably due to the heat.
And then this past week, I realized, oh shit, we're supposed to have an episode up next Wednesday. Rick, we got to record something because I'm going out of town. Then next weekend, we'll sit through the heat and we'll record it. We'll do a batch recording. But so this will probably be one of the most quick turnaround episodes you guys hear of our show.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Maybe I'll put this out in September. I don't know if I'll put it out like next week.
Oh, okay.
So maybe like first September.
All right, that's
so
fine.
You might be seeing it in September.
Okay.
Because I got a job finally. Hey. Yes. Not in the field I thought I would be getting a job in, but a job's a job. You take it when you can, and yeah. So, yeah.
You need money to pay for all those hookers and blow.
Exactly. For what was it that Bender says? I'll make my own.
I'll make my own because with hookers and
blackjack and hookers or something like that. But yeah, it's gonna be an interesting. This season 3 is gonna be interesting because there's a lot going on in entertainment and media right now.
Yes.
Which we are going to cover. But as far as personal updates, that's pretty much what we've been trying to get up to, is getting this out for you. Like I said, with myself, like I've been playing a lot of video games, so we're gonna talk a little bit about that.
Oh, I've been playing some video games.
You've been playing some games, and then as far as movies go, I have seen movies, but I can't talk about them.
Oh, yeah.
Or I choose not to talk about them. I'll put it that way.
Until this whole thing is over, I think this season is going to be very video game heavy.
Yeah, video game, maybe music.
Yeah.
But there's some independent films out there that we can talk about because they're not part of the
Writers
big,
Guild or
the
SAG
big
AFTRA,
corporations. The AMTA. Like A24 operates outside of that.
Which I've been hearing good things about. Talk to Me. I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, I've been hearing a lot of great things about too.
So maybe we'll cover that this season.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to cover that. I got to watch that, so you'll eventually get that. I'm probably going to wait till it comes out on streaming.
Yeah.
Because it's hot.
I love how both of us are like, hey, we don't want to talk about anything major studio, but we're just going to wait till it streams. Or or in my case, I'll just get it off of whatever nefarious website I watch movies on.
Well, I saw Barbie, I saw a few other movies.
I'm gonna make one exception only because my plan was to see it anyway, and I'm gonna go see Gran Turismo. I have to go see that. I don't go to theaters anymore, but I have to see that.
But last week talked about, like I said, the writer's strike. We were hoping it would be done, or they come some kind of conclusion.
Right, and they hadn't. Okay, the last time we talked about this, I even say it on the episode when we recorded that season finale, of season 2. It was May 6th, which was about a month and a half before that episode came out because we had some things lined up before it. But on May 6th,
that was just the Writers Guild too.
And the writers hadn't even gone on strike yet. They were saying, we're going to go on strike if this shit doesn't get fixed.
Yeah. I think I put an addendum in there saying that they went on strike.
Right, yeah.
But not only that, we got down to SAG too. SAG came up with their deals too for residuals and streaming as well too, trying to get a cut of that as well.
And also they're trying to support the writers because they know.
And support the writers.
The
actors go out there with
shit.
Yeah, exactly. You saw actors on the writers' picket line as well too, but now they're both on the same picket line.
Yep.
And I was gonna say it's been just a little over 100 days now, I think, for the writers.
Yeah. Yep.
But the actors, I don't know what week they're in right now, but yeah, like the actors are looking to make a deal too. There's been actors. Ron Perlman was on the line there. I saw some video of Ron Perlman. Some of the late night hosts have donated a ton of money to the writers and the SAG Foundation for them to stay afloat, as well as big Hollywood top actors. I think, I know Ben Affleck donated, Brad Pitt. Those are the only two that I can think of right now.
The Rock did.
Oh, The Rock did.
We're not high on The Rock right now, though.
Some of the things, which is crazy, that I've learned, at least for for the actors. Like, I understand writers tend to get screwed a lot, especially when it comes to residuals and things like that.
Yeah.
Actors are getting screwed big time too with residuals on streaming. Like, they don't get anything.
Yeah.
And those who like done shows dedicated to, like, Orange Is the New Black, like dedicated streaming, residuals on that were small, tiny. One of the actresses on there, I can't remember her last name. I know her first name's Kamiko. She was on Orange Is the New Black, an ensemble show.
Yeah. And
she showed her residuals, and it was only $27.
Wow.
Yeah, $27 some change, I think it was like that. And that's all they got.
Yeah.
And then there's James Gunn, or not James Gunn, his brother, Sean Gunn, who I didn't know was actually in Gilmore Girls.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's in Gilmore Girls. I don't know. I don't watch it either. He gets residuals for Gilmore Girls anytime anyone watches it. Either on television and on streaming. I guess it was on Netflix for a while.
Yep.
And he didn't see anything of it.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's kind of messed up. What's going on there too?
Yeah.
So yeah, actors and writers are there, putting in the good fight, and it seems like that they're gonna come to the table again pretty soon.
Okay.
They were supposed to meet, I think, last week, but they didn't show up. So they're hoping again to find something get done in September.
Here's my one take that is probably unpopular that I'm gonna give about this whole thing.
Go for it. I'm ready to fight.
I am 100% with the actors and writers in that they do deserve more than they're getting, whether it's up front or on back end. They do deserve more than they're getting, especially when you have CEOs walking around making billions of dollars and they're not doing a goddamn thing to push the medium forward. And you've got people like Ben Affleck, who is a writer, actor, director, and is somebody that has been at the forefront of trying to help independent talent get out there and get paid.
Greenlight Project.
Yeah. So, but what I will say is when numbers come up about what quote unquote, what this such and such streaming service is making, they're never talking about the net. They're always talking about the gross. So yeah, Netflix might have pulled in $60 billion last year on the gross, but Netflix is also spending stupid amounts of money on licensing and original television, original features, original animation. And by the time all that stuff comes out, the net is never what the gross is. So while I do agree that these writers and actors deserve better deals than they have, you can't get blood from a stone. If there's no profit, there's no money to go out, which is shitty.
Well, yeah, you hear that, though.
In physical media, there was always a metric. Oh, the season of this TV show sold 1.5 million copies of this season. You can put a tangible number of money onto that. It's hard to do that with streaming because while, yes, they might have a shitload of subscribers, and yeah, Netflix did the password bullshit and their subscribers went up, and now Disney and Hulu and ESPN, because the same company, are going to be doing that shit too.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, if you want your writers and directors and actors to get paid more, then We also need to take it upon ourselves to be more responsible, and we can't be password sharing. We can't be using.
That's a good point.
We can't be using fucking VPNs to see shit that is not licensed for us to see here. We have to be more responsible as consumers and vote. And I always say this, man, vote with your wallet.
Yeah.
If you don't like that Netflix doesn't let you password share, I'm with you. But at the same time, then cancel your Netflix account. Don't have the 3 people you share an account with get their own fucking accounts, because then that just feeds into Netflix and Hulu thinking they're doing the right thing. And if you don't like that, don't give them money. Vote with your wallet. And yeah, in the long run, that may hurt the entertainment mediums that you like. But at the end of the day, it's going to make it more sustainable and stronger if you vote with your fucking dollar.
And I get that. Like, I totally get that. Sharing, password sharing and everything. Yeah. I think the funny part about that, though, is because in the past, Netflix said, oh, share your passwords if you don't care. And now they backed out on it. I think that's kind of
right.
Also the thing that they're like, hey, well, now you're...
And now they're backing out on that.
Yeah, because like you said, let's share passwords. And now you're like, oh, no, never mind.
Yeah,
never mind.
Because now they're getting pressure from the Writers Guild and SAG and everybody else. Which is great. Like, I wouldn't
mind paying that fucking whatever, it's $15, $17 it is. If the money went to them.
Right.
But you see these CEOs getting bonuses that pretty much equivalent to what they could have agreed to on their terms.
And you have these,
and I think that's what the shitty part about it is.
Fucking Peacock and Apple TV Plus and
Netflix,
and
then we got so many now streaming
and Hulu
services.
And all 4 of those are spending money on TV shows and movies that nobody's fucking watching.
Yeah.
And then when something, and I'm going to bring up something that's near and dear to both of our hearts, when Netflix takes a chance on something and puts out an amazing season of a TV show like Everything Sucks, and the numbers are there. It was the #1 streamed show on Netflix when it came out. And the numbers were there, but it didn't match their
numbers.
They canceled it.
Yeah. It's because it didn't match their numbers. Like, what they're looking for is a hit every single time. Which is, you can't get a hit every single time, but you can still get a hit that's not going to be fucking Stranger Things. And I think that's what Netflix has a problem with.
And here's the other thing that I think is bullshit, but at the same time might be necessary for companies, because again, we have to remember that yes, they're making a lot of money, but they're also putting a lot of money into things. Yeah. Disney has 35 fucking Star Wars TV shows that everybody claims to watch, but apparently nobody's fucking watching. The Mighty Ducks Game Changers show. You know, they completely removed that from Disney Plus.
Yeah,
you
so
can't watch
the residuals.
So they don't have to pay any, so they can write it off as a loss.
Yes.
And that sucks.
And that's why HBO Max turned into Max.
Because that first season of Game Changers is really fucking good. Yeah, but you can't watch it anywhere. You can't fucking watch it anywhere now. It's gone.
Yeah.
It's like it doesn't fucking exist. And so here's what also sucks about that. The actors that were on that show, unless they have footage of their own, they have no reel. The writers that worked on that show, they have no reel. The showrunners, the effects people, the sound people, they have nothing to show for on that show now because it doesn't exist anymore.
I don't want to say they don't have any reels,
but it doesn't exist. Yeah, but are you going to be
No, I'm just saying.
We're talking about how
for us to see certain it's out there. But for and
I'm sure if you go to I bet it's up there for you to watch because somebody probably ripped it off and put it up there. But
I know what you're saying though. Like they're taking away what's
years of people's lives, of actors, writers, directors, sound, everybody, craft services. I'm just talking about the 2 guilds that are on strike right now. I'm talking about everybody that works on the show. The boots on the ground people that fucking put those sets together. That's gone. And yes, in Hollywood, they know, you worked on Game Changers. Okay, cool. You guys made that set look great. Yeah. But you literally have nothing to show for it unless you pull it from somewhere illegally.
That's really what sucks right now. Like HBO changed their math, and I might have mentioned this before, because they were now a streaming service, they don't have to pay those residuals anymore. Yeah. You know? Yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible.
And like I said, it's shitty on both sides. The writers, directors, and everybody that works on that shit should be getting paid more up front. And that's just what they're going to have to do now. Is they're going to have to negotiate for better upfront pay and not try and get back end. And it sucks because that was
they have to get some back end.
Yeah, but they're going to have to negotiate to where,
and that's what they're
how big or small that is doesn't matter anymore because they're going to need more upfront.
Yeah, like they're not getting anything right now.
What did they pay?
Which surprised me.
Netflix paid Adam Sandler like $60 million or some shit like that, or something close to like $100 million for like 4 movies or whatever. Nobody watched those movies. No. Some people may have watched Uncut Gems because that was one that was like highly touted.
I don't think that was Netflix.
That came to Netflix later.
That was A24.
Yeah,
Netflix bought it.
Yeah. He did one where he was a basketball coach. I can't remember the name of it, but I watched that one. That one's a good movie.
I didn't see it.
But then he did that shitty one with Chris Rock where his son is marrying the daughter or whatever, and it's not good. Know. It's terrible because he's doing a really bad like Jewish accent the whole time, and it's just not funny. And
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm telling you because I saw pieces of it. It's bad. The reason I've seen a lot of this stuff is because anytime I go visit my mom or see my mom, I'm surprised she hasn't got a notification saying you've watched everything there is on Netflix, because she just has it running all the time.
Wow.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just shitty.
Yeah, Netflix also they're I mean, I know we're bagging on Netflix right now.
They're the market leader.
They're the market leader. They're the ones that said, "Hey, we're going to do streaming after, they took out Blockbuster and video rentals," and like they're just throwing so much at the wall right now and not cohesively taking care of
remember when they were
properties that may not have Stranger Things numbers but have numbers, like Everything Sucks and what's it called, I think it's Mike Flanagan is his name, you did the Midnight Society on Netflix. Have you seen that? So good. So fucking good. It's basically Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Oh, okay.
But very it's cool. But he's done like Mike. I'm pretty sure his name is Mike Flanagan. I'll put it here if I'm wrong. Yeah. But like he's done a lot of things for Netflix. A lot of shows. House on Haunted Hill or Hill House.
Yeah.
Blind Manor. And they're just not letting him like move where it needs to. Like we didn't get the second season of that we wanted for a lot of this stuff, and it sucks because Midnight Society was really good. Yeah. It was really fucking good.
Everything Sucks was so
good.
Everything Sucks was so good. And I got to that late. You were like, you need to watch it. And then you told me they didn't renew it for a second season. And I was like, well, now I don't want to watch it. And you were like, no, you still have to watch it. So I did. It's fucking fantastic. Yeah. Fantastic. Oh, you sent me an article recently because last time we talked. Yeah. Last time we recorded, we talked about how a lot of Disney shows only get 3 seasons, and then
and then I just didn't see that.
So, and what's funny is the way that Disney would do it is they would film the first season, wait for that to start airing, and based on the viewing numbers of that season, they would do a 2 and 3, and they would get 2 and 3 done all at once. So then the actors, writers, and everybody involved is done, and I can't really do anything for another 2 years because they have 2 seasons of a show that I don't know if we're gonna get called back or not, and then more often than not they don't.
Yeah, but yeah, one of the point of that too is what they do is they rewrap that show into something else, because once your show gets to a second or third season, that's where the negotiations start for more pay, more benefits, more incentives to keep the show running.
Yeah.
But when you have a brand new show, you see it as a whole new show, so you're not going to get as much as because it's not a stabilized property now.
And that's why
they don't go past 3 seasons. Because once you hit that 3 season mark, that's where it gets expensive.
Specifically, they had The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody, right? Yeah. And then that show did really good numbers. So instead of doing seasons 4, 5, and 6 of that, they did seasons 1, 2, and 3 of The Sweet Life on Deck, where they're attending school on a cruise ship, right?
And that's so they could pay them the same.
So then one of the actresses on that show, Debbie Ryan, got a spin-off show called Jessie after that was over, and then she was on that show. And that's why you constantly see, for about 6 to 8 years on Disney, you'll see the same actors in a bunch of different shows.
Yeah,
and it's
I remember insane. Too when Girl Meets World started, you said it yourself, like it's not getting past 3 seasons.
Yeah, Bryce fought me tooth and nail on that. I go,
like, it didn't.
And I even said,
that's why when I sent you that, I'm like, makes sense.
And I even said, this is how it's going to happen. They're going to tape that first season, and if it does well when it starts airing, they're going to take 2 and 3 in one big chunk, which they did, and then they're going to wait. And if it gets big enough numbers, they'll do it. But
it didn't make any sense. I'm like, why are they?
Yeah.
But after reading it makes sense.
Yeah. And I guess, I bet you they try to chalk it up to, oh, this is kids programming, kids have short attention spans, blah, 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 blah. No, that's not true. They're doing it to line their own pockets and not have to pay the actors and actresses and writers and craft and crew people as much. Yeah. And it sucks. It's definitely something that needs to change. But it's not gonna be able to change with this negotiation, because again, these streaming services aren't making money. They're pulling in a large gross number, but
they don't want to share their viewers.
They're not making any money. Yeah.
And right now, it's another thing that they're trying to negotiate. They're trying to get third-party auditor to get view numbers as part of the negotiation.
Yeah.
Which hopefully, if that does happen,
right, and
it can show what's working and what's not.
Well, then it'll end up being like YouTube, where YouTube was paying on subscribers at first, and they were like, "Well, this is kind of crazy because it's been pretty easy for a bunch of people to get 100,000 subscribers. We need to pay per views now." And now it's like, well, if you don't get 1 million views, you're not going to get anything more than $1,000 here or there. And then there was videos that went crazy, and people who had small YouTube channels were getting 1 million views because they were doing something that people were identifying with. Oh, well, now we're going to pay on watch time. And then they're on retention. Then long form videos became a big thing for about 5 years. Ian from 616 Entertainment, his channel in 2019 blew up because of a Mortal Kombat retrospective he did. And he went from like 6,000 subscribers to like 70,000 subscribers in like 6 months. And was having gigantic views and retention. And then, well, now we're going to get in on the shorts. So everybody do shorts, please. All you big channels with your millions of subscribers and your millions of views and your big retention, do shorts and put them on your main channel, because it's going to fuck up your watch time and you're going to get paid less. That's why a lot of people are doing short channels and not putting their shorts on their main channel.
I could talk about shorts for a second here.
Yeah.
But it's good way off topic.
Yeah.
Like YouTube has, just real quick, YouTube has this shorts, which is,
Instagram Reels, TikToks, whatever. Yeah.
There's so much that they can do with that. That interaction that people, like, if they actually watch that, to integrate it into a created video.
Yeah.
Unless I'm just missing it because I don't use it as much. But like, I think there's so much potential there to like drive subscribers and like, oh, you're like, it's a part of the video.
Yeah.
Think of it as like a quick trailer for a video, and then like tapping on it and it takes you directly to the video.
Yeah.
Something like that. I don't know. These are just ideas.
Yeah.
Like, they have so much potential.
So, one of the YouTube podcasts that
because then when you find the video, you have to look through their fucking library to find that video, and it's just spammed with a bunch of shorts and other videos in between. And I know you can do a little search.
They've separated the tabs now and stuff. So like even live stuff doesn't show up in videos anymore. It's got its own tab now for these were live streams. But yeah, like one of the podcasts I watch is a skateboarding podcast called The 9 Club, and they were talking about how, we put up shorts, little clips of these interviews, and they do really well. Like we'll get 2-3 million views on a short, and it might turn into 50, 100 different subscribers. And that's great. We want everybody to come consume our content that we're making. But again, YouTube doesn't pay based on how many subscribers your channel has anymore.
No.
It's based on retention.
Yeah.
And those 30-second clips, those minute-and-a-half long clips, whatever they are, they do nothing but tank your retention on your videos, on your whole channel's algorithm.
That's why there has to be a way where it says continue video, go You know, like just a fucking button that just says press this button and takes you to the directly to the video. Because there's shorts that I've seen where I'm like, oh, I want to see this video. It looks pretty cool. It's just the page is just covered, and it's like
I think they need to have better back end tools for people where like right now on YouTube they're having to do what you do for our Instagram page where you have to take a clip from a video, you have to format it, and you have to edit it and render it, and then you put it up. And then but on YouTube they should have something in the back end where it's like, oh, you want to use this clip, highlight this clip on your video's timeline, on the uploaded video, and then turn that into a short and have that. Oh, I want to hear this conversation. You click that and it picks up from that timestamp in the video so you can hear that conversation. That would help with retention, but YouTube doesn't want to pay people, so they don't care about retention right now. Yeah, they don't give a fuck.
I think they're actually working on that. Making just an editor, editor, not like what exactly you're talking about, but an editor. Because like Twitch right now has, and we're totally off the writer stuff right now, but
this is all. This is what these services are going to turn into.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, but Twitch just implemented something like that, like shorts, for your video. So if like you clip something, like you can actually create a short that's sent directly to YouTube.
Okay.
And I did that with a couple of my videos, and I was like, "Oh, that's actually kind of cool."
Yeah,
like it did everything for me, done and done.
Yeah.
And then also for Twitch, they're gonna have something similar too as shorts or TikToks or Instagram Reels.
Okay.
It's coming soon.
So the reason I brought up the YouTube, the way YouTube works, is that's what's gonna happen to Hulu and Netflix and Disney Plus and all these things. Is like, oh, you're no longer going to hear, we have this many new subscribers this quarter. It's going to be, it'll turn into, this show has this many views. Yeah. And then once that becomes a thing where that blows up, it'll be, well, now you guys need to make sure people watch all of the episode and you can't skip the credits or finish the season of the show or finish the movie. Like it'll all end up being watch time. And because if they make a deal with the writers and the actors, they'll make a deal based on something.
Watch time.
And then they'll turn it around and make it on something else. And it'll just end up going back down the fucking line until
I see what you're saying.
It's watch time.
I get it. Full circle.
Colin Moriarty talked about it recently about like Game Pass and stuff. And he's like, look at the numbers on subscription services, not just Game Pass. You can look on Netflix. People don't finish TV shows. People don't finish movies. People don't finish video games if it's a subscription service. If it's something the person had to pay their money for, if somebody buys a $70 game, the majority of the people who buy that game will finish it because they spent the money. Into it, yeah. But when it's, $18 a month for a subscription, people just bounce in and out of things. And I'm on Game Pass. I'm 100% guilty of that. I bounce in and out of things. What's freaking hilarious is like, I own Borderlands 3 on PlayStation. Bought my son Borderlands 3 on Xbox Series S so he could play with me. Whatever the issue is with the cross-platform play, if you're not hosting the game, there's terrible lag. And in a shooter, you can't have lag. No. So I'm an idiot, and I waited for a sale, and I bought Borderlands for myself on Xbox Series S. Now when we play, there's zero lag. But that's a game I've already spent nearly 1,000 hours in on PS4 and PS5. Now I'm doing it again on Xbox. And that's because I paid for it. There's games like Hi-Fi Rush that I really wanted to play, and I played a good chunk of, and then just uninstalled and didn't finish because it's not a necessity because I don't feel the obligation to finish it because, it'll be there on Game Pass when I want to finish it. And that's the problem. And it's the same thing with streaming services. People will be like, I'll watch this show. Mighty Ducks. I never watched season 2 of that show.
Yeah, I didn't get to finish it
either. Never even started it. And I was like, it's Disney Plus. Disney's not going anywhere because they're not. It'll be there. Yeah. And then it's fucking gone. And that's the mentality that we as consumers need to change. If you want to affect change, you need to be more cognizant as a consumer of how you're consuming things. don't just watch a movie because you paid for it. And if you're watching it on a subscription service, make sure you watch the movie. If you don't like it, I'm not saying sit there and stick through a bad movie or a bad TV show. But if it's something you genuinely love, make sure you fucking finish it. Because trust me, that's going to come into account during these negotiations. Like, oh, I mean, people love Stranger Things, but nobody finishes a season. Like, that's going to be like the majority of people that finish the whole season are, you know, this much compared to this much that watch some of it. Like, that's going to be a metric that they're going to try and hit the writers and actors with. And as a consumer, you need to be more responsible about how you're consuming content.
That is a very good point. That's a very good point, yeah.
Take all the bullets out of their guns. You got to be more responsible as a consumer.
Interesting point.
But I'm 100% with the writers and directors. And like I said, everybody that works on a TV show or a movie, anybody that works on that shit, like, there's people that actors complain about, well, they don't complain, but they always talk about, some do complain, but a lot of them talk about how the movie industry and television industry, the entertainment industry, is a hurry up and wait industry. I had to sit in my trailer since 5 a.m. to get makeup done. And I had to wait until the lighting was right, and wait till the director had the shot set up, and wait till the right time of day so we could shoot this scene. Yeah, you did. But if you had to get up at 5 a.m. to be at makeup at 6, that makeup artist had to get up at 3 a.m. to make sure they were at 4 to set up. So fuck you and I had to be there at 5 a.m. I got to wait until the lighting is set up. Yeah, you may not roll on set until 3 o'clock to shoot your scene, but guess what? Somebody had to be there 4.5, 5 hours earlier to set up the shot for your scene. So it goes deeper than just the writers and actors.
Yeah.
It's everybody involved.
Yeah, I mean, we had the IATSE strike, was it 2 years ago or so?
Yeah.
And we talked about it here with Ryan.
Yeah. I wasn't here for that. But
yeah,
you
weren't
talked
here
about
for
it.
that. But yeah, we talked about that too. They're the ones who take care of all that. They're the ones who are there. Yes. They're the first line, you know, making the sets, doing props, whatever it may be. And right now, like, they're even they're out there too, supporting them, of course. Too.
Good. They all need to stick together.
Yeah, they all stick together. You know, all unions do. But I could have, like, don't quote me on this. Maybe I'll put here and after. But I think they're in the process of probably renegotiating too.
Okay.
Like, there might not be many movies coming out, at least the ones you're looking forward to.
Yeah.
Other than the ones that they already have in post-production that are
ready to come out.
That are ready to go.
And even some of those were like, we're going to hold.
Deadpool got shut down. I mean,
Blue Beetle was almost held back. And they decided, no, we'll put it out a week early now and then get everybody to not watch it because we're not going to tell anybody it came out a week early and it's going to do bad numbers and we're going to get to talk shit about DC and their movies. Like, yeah, the movie industry is all fucked up right now.
Yeah.
And what gets rewarded for... It's so funny. Everybody talks about, oh, McDonald's is disgusting. Yeah, but it sells the most burgers. Yeah, but that doesn't mean it's the best burger. Marvel sells the most movie tickets. Doesn't mean they're the best movies. But though that's what's getting rewarded is the repetition and it's not just a knock on Marvel and what their movies are. Right. It's a knock on the establishment. It's the establishment. They're getting rewarded because their movie says Marvel Studios on it, not necessarily because of the content of the movie.
Right.
That's why Marvel thinks they have the upper hand with the actors and negotiating for different movies or different contracts or renewing contracts for these actors. That's why they think they have the upper hand, because they can say, listen, Tom Holland, nobody's coming to see you as Spider-Man. They're coming to see Marvel's Spider-Man. And they kind of have a point. That's because consumers are not responsible about how they're consuming things.
The average consumer, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I hope
levels of that.
I hope this writer strike, director or actor strike, I hope all this stuff gets taken care of in a quick and fair fashion, because I had a lot of movies I wanted to cover this season and we are going to change that around. I mean, I think I saw something about Kevin Smith getting like some kind of exemption to continue production on something he's working on. I can't remember what it was. There are some writers and directors and actors that are getting exemptions for
A24 specifically. They decided to they accept everything like we see here what you want. We're gonna give you what you want. We're gonna pay you what you want.
Okay.
With that being said, they got an exemption from the Writers Guild and SAG as well to go ahead and continue to make what they need to make. They can make whatever they want because they're paying what they want, what they ask for.
Yeah.
You know, a small, like, this isn't like when you say independent film company. Yeah. No, this is an independent film company. This isn't an independent film company.
And see, the thing is,
Fox Searchlight.
The fake indies.
Yeah, the fake indie era.
The triple I indies we were talking about that one point.
Yeah, exactly. So like this independent company, A24, is paying them what they want.
But the people,
it's when they sell it is when it's gonna get sold to like Fox, Sony, whatever.
I think what people need to remember with that specifically is that when an actor or the writer or whoever's working on the sets or whatever for an A24 production, they know what A24 is.
Yeah.
So they're not going to come in and be like, I need 30% of the residuals on this thing. Like they know. They know they're not going to, they know they can't ask for $100 million and get it. While A24 is saying, yeah, we're going to pay our actors and writers what they want. The actors and writers are going in with their expectations where they need to be. Like, that's the difference.
I mean, plus you also got their Hereditary, Midsummer, which are fantastic.
Yeah, and big movies, yeah.
Yeah, and Talk to Me, which hopefully I get to see soon.
Yeah.
And that I could actually talk about.
Guess I was hearing somewhere that the people who made that were like they were YouTubers.
Yeah, they were YouTuber people.
Yeah,
they were YouTubers who made their skits and whatever.
Yeah. And
they decided to make this movie about this hand that when you grab it, you say "Talk to me," and it gives you.
See, why can't fucking Ryan Connolly get something like that going? Because their shorts and skits they do on Film Riot are so fucking good.
God, yeah, I want to see a full production movie from him.
Yeah, the action short he did was great.
Yeah,
the horror short he did was great. Like horror, psychological thriller, really.
Yeah. I haven't watched a lot of Film Riot.
Yeah, me either. I haven't watched
it. I haven't watched it either.
It'd be weird to watch, especially if he still uses his sister, because she's probably like, what, 25?
Probably.
But yeah.
We're
with you, writers and directors. And we're a podcast that gets, average of 40 views here and there. But we're going to support you. Yeah. We're not going to talk about major studio stuff until this all gets worked out.
Yeah, because there's some like actual bigger, to use the term influence. There's big influencers out there that can actually be part of a certain section of like SAG, I guess.
Yeah.
It's I have to look more into it to be more accurate on that information. But there is parts where there's certain influencers who can't talk about anything. Like if they're contracted to, like if they signed the contract before that, like then they can talk about it because they're obligated to.
Cool.
Anything after that though, like if they get paid to do that, then that's considered scabbing, as they say. Which another term I prefer because it sounds funny is knobbing or knob.
That's pretty good. Fucking tool bag. You're tool bagging right now, you shithead.
But yeah, I mean, just as someone who always wanted to be a writer and an actor, that's why I'm not doing it. Yeah.
There you go.
But anyways,
that's why. Fuck off.
Yeah. Pay them what they're worth.
Yeah.
Video games? You want?
Yeah.
Because I know you said you've been working. It's been a while since you did the PlayStation trophy quest.
This year, 2023 was my trophy renaissance. So please bear with me while I look at my phone for a second.
While you do that, I've been playing a few games here and there. I've been considering buying a certain game too.
Ooh, really?
But $60. Fuck.
What game?
Baldur's Gate 3.
You have Game Pass?
Not right now.
Oh.
No, I can't say that. But it's not on Game Pass.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Pretty sure
I looked.
It's not?
No.
I could have sworn it was. Okay.
No. I wish it was.
I believe you. I believe you.
Because otherwise friends who had Game Pass would have downloaded that instead of buying it. It's basically like a D&D game.
Oh, yeah. Baldur's Gate is definitely. I'm not into CRPGs like that. So I can't really.
I wouldn't actually consider myself either. Like I've been watching my friends play it.
Well, I mean, but I think the difference is you have actually been playing D&D.
Yeah, and
right?
I think that's why I want to make my characters and level up, and I don't know. It looks cool. Like the graphics are amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I saw I watched like the first 30, 40 minutes, hour of it, and it looks great. Really good character building. A lot of different options. The story is great. It has to do with the mind flare, which is pretty awesome. But yeah, like I gotta play it. I gotta buy it eventually. Okay. First check.
All right. So last time we convened, the last trophy I had gotten, the last platinum trophy I'd gotten was for Spider-Man PS4. So since then, I did some I did some bullshit shit and got the remaster of Spider-Man and uploaded my save. So I got the PS5 platinum too. But I put 50 hours into Spider-Man. It's not like
all you had to do was move your save to there
from 4 to 5.
It gives it to you?
Yeah. Because it's the same trophy list.
I thought you had to replay it.
No.
Oh.
Yeah. Rick's like, I need another platinum.
I think I replayed it.
So that's where we stopped last time. Since then, I got the platinum for Infamous Second Son, which I did not download my cloud save from when I played it originally. So I had to do 2 full complete playthroughs. And man, that's a great game. And so much fun and so worth it. So Infamous Second Son. Finally got the monkey off my back for Tiny Tina's Wonderlands and got the platinum on that. Big shout out to Bryce, who has PlayStation Plus Extra. And there's a game trial for Tiny Tina's Wonderlands that you get 2 hours to play it. And he's like, so what do you need to do? And I go, well, I need to do this money glitch so I can buy all the inventory slots. And he goes, how long will that take? I go, hour and a half or 45 minutes to an hour. And he goes, well, I have a 2-hour game trial. Let me download it and I'll jump in with you. And I go, okay, we have to do the tutorial. And that can be as quick as 20 minutes or as long as an hour. So if you want it to be quick, just roll with me and I'll fucking power through it with you because you could join up right away with somebody. So we powered through that. And then we did this money glitch. And then, so I had enough money to buy all the inventory slots. And that was the last trophy I needed for the platinum. So I got that. Then I played Immortals Fenyx Rising, which is a game I initially bought on Switch. And I played probably about 40 hours of that game. But because of the side missions and like the collectibles, I didn't do a lot of the story. I did about half of the story. And I was like, what should I play next? And I was going through my my library on PlayStation. And I was like, Immortals Fenyx Rising, when the fuck did I buy that? And I actually looked in my purchase history and I got it on a sale that was like $10 on a sale about a year and a half ago or 2 years ago. It was really super cheap. And I forgot that I had bought it on a sale. So I installed that, put about 45 hours into that, got the platinum on Immortals Fenyx Rising. Then I heard from a buddy, Ian from 616 Entertainment. He goes, hey, I've been hearing that this Wreckfest driving game is a pretty easy platinum and it's fun. What do you know about it? And I go, well, I've played it, but I don't know. I've never checked on the platinum or went for it. And he goes, well, let me know. And so I looked it up. I was like, ooh, it's a fun game. And I hadn't played it in about a year and a half. And it was a PlayStation Plus game. So it was free at that point on Plus. So I reinstalled that, finished that out and got the platinum. Then a wrestling game came out, an AEW wrestling game, AEW Fight Forever, finally came out. And I was looking at the trophy list. Ian did a great review of it. Go check out 616 Entertainment's review of AEW Fight Forever. Really fair review. It's not the best wrestling game in the world, but it's definitely not the worst. It's got a really solid base, and Ian did a very good, fair review. And based on his review, I bought the game. And because I was kind of on the fence about it. And got about 35 hours later, got the platinum on that. Then I had got this urge to play The Crew. Remember that racing game,
yeah.
The Crew? So I was like, let me reinstall The Crew. And I was like, wait a minute, let me check the trophy list on The Crew. So I checked the trophy list on the crew, and there's some really crazy online shit. And I was like, fuck that. Well, I own the crew too. Me and reinstall. Well, let me check the trophy list for the crew too. Crew 2's trophy list, far more gettable. Got the platinum on that with the help of the good homie Cheesy Plays. Go to check out Cheesy Plays on Twitch. So he helped me get the platinum on that with a couple of the online trophies. Here's one I just mentioned earlier. I have nearly 1,000 hours in this game since September of 2019. Borderlands 3 on PS4. Didn't have the platinum. There was 5 trophies that I didn't have. And 2 of them were multiplayer trophies. And one of them is easier to do in multiplayer. And one of them was glitched for a while. And then the platinum. So, multiplayer trophies. My son came in to my room and we put 2 controllers and did split screen, and he helped me with the multiplayer trophies. So he's very excited about, you wouldn't have got that platinum without me, Dad. So he's very excited about it. And that's where we're stopping right now, is Borderlands 3. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hard-earned platinums, and 1 where I uploaded my save since the last time we recorded. But yeah, so now I'm working on the PS5 version of Borderlands, which I'm about 7 or 8 down, which will be a lot easier to do because I can either do split screen again, or I can do crossplay with my son and we can get them that way. We're also, this is new because I've never gotten a full 1,000 achievements on any video game, but we're playing Borderlands 3 on Xbox. So I'm working on 1,000 achievements on Xbox.
You really are trophy hunting.
Yeah.
Achievement seeking.
So Alan Wake Remastered was free on PlayStation Plus last month. Downloaded that.
Fuck, did I download it? I want to play that.
That's a platinum that's very gettable, and I never played through it originally on Xbox 360, so I'm going to go for the platinum in that. And
I got it.
Thanks to I've been saying his name a lot, but thanks to a recommendation from the homie Ian on 616 Entertainment, I asked him about the Order 1866 because it was on sale for like $9. And I said, Ian, how was the Order? And he said, it's a lot more fun than you would think based on reviews, and the platinum is pretty easy. And I was like, sold.
I think I have that.
$9 for the Order 1866. So those are the other 2 things that I'll be working on as I'm going through this Borderlands quest. It'll just be cool to have Borderlands PS4 and Borderlands PS5. Like I have Knockout City PS4 and Knockout City PS5. I've got Burnout Paradise PS3, Burnout Paradise Remaster PS4. I've got, it's really cool. That's how you know a game's good. When you go back and go through it an entire second time, or third, fourth, fifth time, or whatever it takes.
Ooh, I do have it.
So that's what I've been.
How long is Alan Wake?
I think I don't know. Let's see. I'll check. I'll tell you right now.
Oh, you don't have to.
But yeah, so that's what I've been doing trophy wise and video game wise. I've also been playing TMNT Shredder's Revenge with Wolf because he's going for the platinum. I already have it because I grinded away the levels for the characters, and all he's missing is leveling all his characters up to 10. So Bryce and I have been helping him out with that. So Bryce is going for those 2 because I think those are the only things he's missing. That, and I think it's just the character levels for Bryce also. So we're all working together to help each other get those platinums. I already have the platinum for that one.
Started Fallout New Vegas.
Yeah. You made me want to play that again, actually.
I got pretty far. I did not get pretty far. But I got a good 6 hours into it because there's a lot to do there.
Yeah,
there's a shit ton to do there, and but I've been playing on PC, which apparently has a lot of issues because
it can. Yeah.
Anytime, maybe it's the graphic settings that I have it at too. I don't know. Yeah, it just crashes anytime I get into a battle, and sometimes it doesn't, sometimes it does. But this time, because I think it already happened 4 or 5 times, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'm getting rid of it off my PC." And then you told me it was on Xbox Game Pass, so I'm like, well, maybe I'll just re-up my Game Pass and play it that way, and then stream it.
You better figure it out because they're changing pricing structure and tiers for Game Pass pretty soon.
Are they gonna do the same thing PlayStation's doing?
Kinda.
Fucking hate that. I hate the way PlayStation did that.
Yeah. I think it's dumb
terrible.
too.
I'd rather have them up the price than do something like that.
Well, they'll be upping the price as well. So
yeah, lucky. But not on all of them.
Yeah. There's gonna be
no. I'm saying I don't want them to do that.
Yeah, there's gonna be a cheaper, like a $9.99 tier, I think. But then that's literally just, I don't even remember. It's not what's talking about online, because I don't remember what all the tiers are. But there's like 4 of them now, and it's weird. There's like core, and then core plus this, and then PC only, and then this plus that, and
yeah.
The only way to get everything is to get Ultimate, and that's gonna be $18 a month. They only went up $1, so it's like $18.99 instead of $17. Or maybe it's going up to $17.99 from $14.99, something like that. It's like $18. But again, Game Pass is the best deal in video gaming, and if you use it, it's worth it 100%.
Oh yeah, I think I also saw Arcade Paradise on there.
Yeah. Right? Oh yeah. God, that game is so good.
I thought about I was gonna buy Arcade Paradise, and I'm like, let me just see if it's on Game Pass.
Yeah, just
or anything else.
I think it went up like a month ago or a month and a half ago or something like that. But dude,
yeah,
so good.
I'm probably gonna re-up my Game Pass just to play that and
Fallout.
And whatever else.
I might jump back into Fallout if you do it, because I didn't finish it this time around when I played it.
You finished the game though, right?
Before, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I liked what I had. Like, it took me a while to get used to the Pip-Boy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's definitely daunting.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck am I doing in that? But then I finally kind of got the idea and like what I'm supposed to do. Okay, like, these are the quests, and let's you set the marker for the quest, and then you follow. I don't like their navigation on the bottom. Like, I find it hard and confusing.
It doesn't work.
Like, just show me a map, point the arrow there, and I'll just follow the line.
Yeah.
But it's not really that linear because you got to go through the mountains and everything.
Yeah.
Which is cool. I like it. Like, it's not a complaint. It's just, I feel like it could have been easier.
You want to play a really good version of that game by the same developers? Play Outer Worlds. God, that game is so good. Same developers. It's Obsidian Entertainment. Yeah. Because Bethesda did not do Fallout 3 New Vegas is what it was called, but it's just Fallout New Vegas now. They've chopped the 3 off. Bethesda didn't do that. That was Obsidian that did Fallout New Vegas, and they did The Outer Worlds, which is a fantastic game. So I need to go back and finish that.
Yeah, I gotta play that. I heard good things about that.
It's a great game, and that might be, if I get into a gaming lull, that might be when I try and go back and platinum, because that one's time consuming. It's a really good game though. Yeah, Fallout New Vegas, man. I love the setting. I love the story, the idea of the story. And I got pretty far into it this last playthrough, but I didn't finish it. I need to finish it again because I don't remember what happens at the end, because it's been fucking 15, 16 years since I played it last.
That's how old the game is?
Something like that. 2009 maybe? 8 or 9?
Wow. Yeah, I'll get to it eventually.
Yeah.
Can I have to? I want to keep talking about stuff on here.
Yeah, and I know you don't care about platinums really, but there's 2 I know of for sure that you felt compelled to get. Saints Row the Third, which might be something we talk about this season.
I have to replay that.
Yeah, I just replayed it recently, the remaster on PS4, but I think I'm gonna play through it again.
Do I have it? I have that, don't I?
I'm gonna get the platinum on PS4 since I have it on 3, which is something we did together. Yeah. I think it was.
Yeah, I think it was. I'm gonna have to replay that.
And the remaster looks great, by the way. It's funny. It's one of those games that when you boot it up, you're like, this looks how I remember it. Then you watch a video of the PS3 version, and you're like, oh, it didn't look like that at all. But yeah, that's definitely one I want to go through again and get that platinum again, and we can do that same glitch to get the platinum like we did the last time on PS3. And then Spider-Man was one that you got the platinum on, right?
Yeah, that one I got. Yeah, a while back.
You 100%ed that, right? You even did the New Game Plus, which I think was not. Oh, you're looking it up? You do have Saints Row? Okay.
Oh, no, it's Saints Row 4.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one, too. Alan Wake will probably be something we'll be able to talk about because I don't think that's a super long game. The Order is not a super long game, and that's an old one, so it's 10 years old at this point. So that'd be something fun to talk about. Revisit it 10 years later. But yeah, man, that's what I've been playing. That's what you've been playing.
There's something I saw in here. Yeah, sometimes I just like add them to my cart.
Yeah, I always
forget that.
Same.
I forget that I actually have Fallout 4.
Yeah.
Because it was a free one.
I do too, and it's also on Game Pass.
I remember liking the trailer for that.
That's another long one though.
Yeah.
But yeah, that'd be a fun game to play through.
I'll play that instead. Since I already have that.
And that takes place in Boston, and you end up going to Fenway. Like Fenway is an internal walled-off city that you go to. It's pretty cool.
Maybe I'll play that.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's kind of what I've been playing. As far as games go, I haven't been reading, which I need to get back to.
I haven't done that.
Bryce was telling me that I read a book last year called Silo, which is a book I've owned for a while, but they did a TV show based on it. And Bryce watched the show and said it was really good. So I'm gonna have to watch that, and we won't talk about that until the strike is over, though.
If you're gonna watch it, then I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah. I'm gonna watch it because I love the book.
Okay.
I think you should read the book.
Oh.
Also, it's fantastic. It's so good. But other than that, I mean, this week I started a fitness challenge with some of the.
Oh yeah. Talking about that.
Some of the good homies from the 616 Entertainment Discord, fellow Dan-Dans. That's what 616. That's what Ian calls the people who watches stuff. Dan-Dans.
Are you all on Fitbits and stuff, or no?
We all have separate. They have Apple. Some of them have Apple Watches. Okay. We're all on separate things. And we just started Monday, so 4 days ago. This is day 4 essentially. And I'm very cranky and very irritable because I haven't had a soda in 4 days.
I just drink one in front of you.
Yeah, Rick gets a fucking Baja Blast and drinks it right in front of me. Luckily, I don't like Baja Blast, but it's still aggravating that I can't have a soda. And it's more of a support group than anything for us.
That's good.
There's 4 of us total, including myself. But we do have a contest based around it. And after 3 months, whoever loses the most body weight percentage wise wins. And then the prize, the other 3 members of this group have to buy the winner a shirt of their choice from the 616 Entertainment t-shirt shop. Which this is one, by the way, from Ian's shop. Which is great. So that's gonna have to be something you clips. I put it up there. And yeah, so right now I've been drinking nothing but water and very diluted Crystal Light, even though there's not many calories in that. And
they were gonna say crystal meth for some reason.
No. Eating wise, I got like meal replacement protein shake thing.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm doing that for lunch, and then dinner I'm having smaller portions and eating healthier food. I get 1 snack a day, and that's it. And the snack I got is like this. I had it this morning before we left, but it is a plant-based dark chocolate protein bar with like pistachios and nuts and berries on it, and I'm like, oh! And it's dark chocolate, so it's not sweet. There's not a lot of sugar. There's like 8 grams of sugar, but it's got 14 grams of protein, and it actually is filling, so that's good for a little tiny chocolate bar thing.
I got an idea for you for a snack.
Yeah.
Grapes. You like grapes?
I do like grapes, but they're too sweet. I'm not. I like.
Now tell me this: have you tried frozen grapes?
Yeah, I love frozen grapes.
I've never tried frozen grapes. I had frozen grapes for the first time last year or something when I was over with my friends. Mm-hmm. I'm like, why have I never thought about freezing grapes and eating it that way? Like, it's such a good snack, healthy snack for the most part, right?
So that's one of the coolest things to do.
It fills you up.
Freeze grapes, peel the skin off while they're frozen, and throw them in a drink, whatever juice may be. And as they thaw, you get all the flavor from the grapes.
He is.
So yeah, and here's the funny part is like, you know my wife. She's an enabler deluxe. So whatever it is that I'm trying to do, she's like, yeah, here, fucking do it. Mm-hmm. So I told her on Saturday, Monday, I'm starting to finish challenge with some people in the 616 Discord. And she goes, well, we got to go to Costco tomorrow anyway for shopping. We'll go and we'll get you a bunch of shit that will help you. So we did that. And then I was like, and she's like, what are you going to do exercise wise? And I said, well, after the first week, I'm going to go fully activate that gym membership we got for the gym up the street. And I'll incorporate gym workouts. But for now, I'm going to wake up. I can't do push-ups because I have no upper body strength. So I'm going to do planks. I'm going to do squats. I'm going to do crunches. And I'm going to do jumping jacks. And I'm going to go for a walk. And I get fully suited up. I get a neoprene compression vest. I get a long sleeve t-shirt and a long sleeve hoodie. And it's been 90 fucking degrees lately. So I got the hood on. I'm sweating my ass off. No, I'm hydrating. That's the thing is I'm drinking a lot of water.
Good.
So I've been doing that. And then I know it's only Thursday, so it's only the fourth day we were doing this. But every other day I have dumbbells at home. So every other day I've been doing arm workouts. So last night I did arm workout. Monday I did arm workout. And I tell her, I was like, you want to do this with me? And she goes, nah, I'm good. Like, and I was like, you're so supportive up to the point where you'll do it with me. She goes, yeah, no, I'm not doing any of this shit with you, but I'll get you all the food you need and everything and all that. So
yeah.
The fun part about it is, like I said, it's a support group more than anything. But you also know me, very competitive.
Oh yeah.
And if it's a contest, I don't want to lose. So I'm taking it very seriously and I'm working very hard. And I've been feeling really shitty lately anyway. And I knew any weight I lost before, I knew I gained all the way back and then some, which I did. I weighed in at 268 pounds and I'm only 5'9". That does not look good on a human being. It doesn't feel good either. And it's not good on your body. And I just haven't been motivated to do it with, other things that have been going on. My motivation has just been kind of in the toilet. But having this group of people where we're just kind of, and it's not even like keeping each other accountable. It's more like, hey man, what are we doing today? What'd you got? Like, it's very supportive, which is the best thing to do. And it's really motivated me. And it's only 4 days and I haven't done today's workout yet, but I'm sweating in here with our light boxes and it's 85 degrees
it's
already.
It's a workout just sitting here.
Yeah, and I don't ever shut up. And as you talk, your heart rate goes up. My heart rate is at 85 right now, which is high. My resting heart rate is about 70. So
yeah, I'm feeling it too.
So I'm very motivated because of the cool people in here. So shout out to
that's awesome, yeah.
Kiko, Alex, and Gia from the 616 Entertainment Discord. Really good people. We swap phone numbers, so we're doing text messages. We're also messaging in Discord. We're really integrating all of it and keeping each other motivated and going. And I'm really thankful for it because I needed it. That's the heaviest I've ever been, and it's the most out of shape I've ever been. And I need to get back down to something respectable.
Yeah, I dude, like we were talking about this off screen.
Off screen.
Yeah. But we were talking about that. I'm like, yeah, like I gotta do the same thing too because like I've been getting nothing but work from home jobs.
Yeah.
And I'm not going or being active anymore. I'm just sitting here and either, I will be working on this side and then go play games on the other side.
Yeah.
And not being active. And now that I know my new schedule is going to be like, I'm going to be working later in the day.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to use the morning to go to the gym. I'm going to get that Planet Fitness membership or whatever.
Yeah, this is one really close.
Yeah, there's one not far. And
the only problem is it's right across the street from like Green Olive and sushi place and it's really good food. So
it is some really good fucking food. But just do a morning routine and then go to work, which I think that's going to be good for me, especially because like I'm gonna have to start. Like today, I woke up at fucking 4:30 in the morning, man. Like to me, I'm on East Coast time, so right now it is 3:30 pretty much. And I'm already feeling it.
Yeah,
I'm already feeling it.
Yeah, I bet, man.
It's tough. And but I kind of have an idea now too. That's great though that you guys are all in contact like that. You have like having that support group to keep you motivated like that and to keep going is what you need. Really, is it goes a long way. It pushes you further.
We're doing weigh-ins once a week, and I'm waiting, but I can feel it already. And Alexis goes, "Oh, you're sweating. You're just losing a bunch of water weight." I go, "No, I'm in a calorie deficit. Number one. Number two,
as a person who's not joining."
Yeah, I know. Well, like I said, she gets pissed because I lose weight quickly when I do things like this. Last time we got on this was in 2016. We started at Planet Fitness, and the first month was slow for me because I wasn't feeling motivated and I didn't have a positive attitude about it. So, and despite what you might think, you can do all the work in the world and change your diet, which is what I did. But that first month was really hard because I wasn't motivated. And not being motivated and not working out with like having my brain there with my body was making a difference. Because the minute I flipped the switch and got motivated and concentrated on what I was doing, I started losing weight very quickly. That's how she gets mad. And I was like, no, I have high testosterone levels like naturally. Like I don't need supplements. I have high testosterone. I sweat a lot. If when I'm motivated, I know exactly what I need to do it. And so yeah, she got upset because I lose weight faster. That's like that's the way it is. The way it is. And so yeah, she gets upset that I lose weight quickly. And I was telling her that I was like, yeah, I feel it already. Check it out. The waistband on my shorts already. And it's only been 4 days. And she goes, get the fuck out of here. Isn't Rick here to pick you up? I was like, well, you're not doing anything. Nah, you're good. So yeah. Might have the locks changed by the time I get home because I was shit talking before I left today. But yeah, man, it's three dudes and one girl doing it. Gia, she's really nice. She was actually Gia and Alex were two of the people that came and watched when I did the segue. I did
the
podcast with my buddy David and his buddy Rich. You haven't, it's very long. It's 4 hours long.
Was it 4 hours?
We talk about movies, 5 of my favorite movies. The YouTube channel is called the 4K Lowdown. There'll be a link, and low is spelled Lowe. But the podcast itself is called the Faces for Radio podcast, and it's up on, they use Spotify also, Anchor, so it's up everywhere now. We'll put a link in the description.
The podcast link.
But yeah, that was really fun, man. And you allowed me to come over here and use the studio and produce for us and fix my lighting as it got darker because it wasn't supposed to be 4 hours long. But yeah, it is really, really fun. I've known Dave since I was 18 years old. Known him for 25 years at this point, just about 25 years. And he's one of my favorite people on the planet that I met from wrestling. And we've always kept in contact through social media, Facebook, Instagram, all that shit. But it had been a long time since we'd had a face-to-face conversation, which we had virtually over the internet here. But it was really, really fun to have that conversation again. And it was funny. I talked about it after we were done. I was like, dude, it was like we haven't seen each other for like 15 years. But it felt like we just saw each other yesterday. And that's the best kind of friendships. And I feel very fortunate and blessed to have a lot of those friendships.
Yeah, it's a really good podcast. It's not something like the way they construct it, like the actors, the writers, the cinematography and all that, like, and giving points, like I love that, but at the same time I kind of don't like that.
Yeah,
because there's so much that goes into it. Like me, I'm more my emotional connection to the movies. Yeah, with writers and actors too. I'm not saying that's like a bad way or anything either. So don't get me wrong. I love the podcast. I love what they're doing. I would like to be on it.
That's why I wanted to do it, because it got me out of my comfort zone, and it made me. So the show that we did is called The High Five, and you pick 5 of your favorite movies and you score them on 10 separate criteria. Some of them objective, some of them subjective.
Yeah.
And you get it's 1 to 10 points for 10 things. So there's a total of 100 you can give something. And very rarely does anything get 100 because there's always something where you got to be honest with yourself about. And I told Dave, I said the way I attacked this critically was I watched these again and took my love for these properties and the nostalgia out of it and watched with a very critical eye.
It's so hard to do.
Like, Beverly Hills Cop got a 78. In what world is Beverly Hills Cop a 78? But hey, I had to be honest with myself about some of those aspects. And it's really fun. And I told them, I was like, you should have Rick on. It would be great. And yeah, he's like, hell yeah, that'd be fun. Yeah, so High Five is going to be a once a month thing starting in the fall. So it was weekly during the summer because they weren't doing their weekly show, which was by the numbers, where they watch current movies, whether they be in theaters or streaming or movies they've recently purchased. And then both people on the show watch those movies and then they score them and they average out their scores. So it's a really fun concept. And I had to cheat. Not cheat, but I had to use my nerddom on a couple of movies to make sure they didn't get really low scores because there are some aspects of some of these movies that I really like that are going to get lower scores. But then I would cheat the numbers by...
What were the movies so they know?
Okay, so it was mid-90s,
right?
50-50,
right.
Rocky,
right?
The first one, the first Beverly Hills Cop, and Flight of the Navigator.
That's right.
Yeah. And it was a really fun conversation. Like I said, we'll drop a link in the description.
Yeah, check it out. It is long. It's definitely, we go watch it in parts, but I highly recommend it. Like they did a really good job of deconstructing the entire each movie. And
then in between movies, Dave asks 5 hot seat questions, so one in between each movie. And they're fun questions, and it is really fun. And
what was your hot
take is that nothing after Iron Man 2 in the Marvel Cinematic Universe is any good. Full stop. And he goes, really? And I go, yeah, I would say nothing after Iron Man, but I'm one of the few people that actually enjoyed Iron Man 2, even though fuck Don Cheadle. But yeah, that was my hot take. That was my hot take. So when they talk about Marvel movies on their show, I always they always like, man, these movies are so long.
Are they fans or no?
Up until Endgame. And his buddy Rich just recently started being like, man, these fucking Marvel movies. And he goes, man, these movies are...
conversation along with
Wolf. He goes, these movies are too long. The last time he talked about a Marvel movie. And I go, yeah, about 3.5 hours too long. But yeah, and they... so the cool thing is they do similar to how we used to do it, where they live stream everything. Everything is live streamed, which is really cool. And doing that live stream with Dave didn't make me miss doing live streams of our podcast, but it made me appreciate those live streams because
the people that would come in.
I was really down. Like I even talked about it on Dave's show, and you know this. I was really down on the content we were putting out with the live stream towards the end, and like I'm not happy about the pandemic, but I'm kind of glad that happened when it happened because I was really losing steam on live streaming. And the fun I was having was doing the pre-recorded stuff that you and I were doing for side missions.
Yeah. I got lost in the whole wheel of more. Yeah. Work the system. Yeah. And I was like, fuck it. We'll watch people watch.
This is more fun. I love
And if you do watch and you come here and you hang out and leave a comment,
we'll respond to the comments. Yeah. But yeah, that was really fun. 4K lowdown. We'll put the link in the description again. And I always joke and say I'll make Rick put something up here, but he doesn't because it's not. You don't need to. We'll put links in the description.
If I find the image, I do.
Yeah.
If you can provide me the assets, sure, I'll put it up there.
I have the picture of like the thumbnail that they use, so I'll send you that if you want.
Yeah, if you can, I know this is totally different, but if you can just send me any of the assets that you want me to put up there, just send them to me and in a Dropbox or Google Drive or whatever, and I'll put them in there.
Yeah. But yeah, that was super fun, man. And you sat here and listened to the whole thing while I was recording it. Yeah, it was pretty fun, man.
It was so weird to be the bystander or perspective, because like usually like I'm part of it too.
Yeah.
And so it was so like weird that like, oh, I don't have to do anything.
I love when I come over here and do one-off things, like when I did the episode with my buddy Brian about Haggard and him and our fandom of Bam Margera and stuff like that. And I like how excited you get, because it's always what you said you wanted to do, which was just be the producer and editor and not be on content.
Yeah.
But you have good shit to stay. And I always say that. And like,
oh yeah, I definitely will take a mic anytime.
Yeah. But it was, at first it was like pulling teeth with you to get you to be, because like at first it was just going to be me and you. And then Bryce, we had Bryce with us, and it was like, dude, why would we not do this? We just chat all the time on PSN. It makes sense for it to be us three. And then as that happened, you were like, I don't have to talk. And then we forced it out of you, man. And like,
I got more comfortable with the mic and then what needed to be said. And
I think if we did straight video from the beginning, you wouldn't have enjoyed it. But the fact that we did about a year of audio only helped you get more comfortable.
Oh yeah, it definitely helped a lot. Yeah. Because if it was straight up video, it would have been so awkward.
Oh yeah. For all of us, but I think for you specifically more. Yeah. But yeah, that 1 year episode was the first one we did video at your old place in Orange County.
Yeah, we did the 100. Was it the 100?
50? No, 52. It was
1 year. Yeah. Yeah, the year video. Which all that shit is still up there.
Yeah, there's a great gag reel from that video because Bryce spills beer on himself. But yeah, man, I had a great time with David, and he wants to have me back on again, and he wants to come on here, and I would love to have him on here. He's such an awesome guy. Just need to find something that works. I think
because it's pretty easy to skip. We just did like we did with Cheesy and whatever.
Yeah,
I still have that splitter, so we could both have the headphones, and then I could virtually add him to OBS right here.
I think, I think one thing I want to do specifically with him is talk about how we met in wrestling, and then I want to do something where all three of us are involved.
Okay, yeah.
So I just got to figure out what it is, because Dave's recently. So Rich is big into comics, and so they were doing a show called Comic Talk, and Dave likes comics, but has just recently started really getting back into comics. So that might be something fun to do. I want to do a Why the Last Man episode sometime. Not the TV show either.
Did you watch the show?
No, I didn't.
You still haven't watched it?
No, I won't watch it. It got canceled. Why would I watch it?
Just to know your take on it.
It's going to be fucking horrible. I don't need to watch it.
Yeah, you're not going to like it.
I'm not going to watch it, dude.
You should watch at least the first episode. Because they did a pretty good job at capturing
that first issue. Okay. Maybe I'll watch that.
Like, I don't know. I just recommend
it.
Like, I recommend it.
Okay. I'll watch that first episode. But I would like to talk about Why the Last Man. I would like to talk about...
I'd have to reread that.
I'd like to talk about Kick-Ass. Because I love that book.
I recently rewatched those movies.
They're so good. They're so fucking.
And I was telling my friend that I was watching it with, like, they did a pretty good job with the first one comparing it to, or adapting it from the comic to that, because like they pretty much almost came out at the same time.
Even the second one, I know they changed some stuff that people weren't happy about.
Oh, they changed a lot, yeah.
But the big thing that happens in that movie, they do, or in that book, they do in the movie. And it's fucking crazy to see. I was like, there's no way they're going to do that.
Oh, yeah.
Same with the first. I was like, there's no way they're going to do that. And then they do it. I'm like, wow, okay. They did a really good adaptation of those books.
That might be a topic.
Maybe.
Comic to movie adaptations.
Yeah. Because there's one
comic book.
There's one that we are opposite on that I would love to talk about.
Opposite on?
Yeah. One that I hate that you love. Well, I don't hate it. I just don't really like it.
Which one is it? Don't leave me hanging.
Scott Pilgrim. I hate the movie. I fucking hate that movie. I don't really hate it.
But you read it?
Huh? Yeah, after I watched the movie, yeah.
Oh, you did read it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I love the book. The book is great, but I didn't like the movie.
The book is amazing.
Yeah.
I love the book.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna definitely get into a lot of stuff this season that is not. We're gonna try and not do movie related stuff, unless it's independent.
Yeah, unless it's independently produced. So if you're in if you made it this far and you're an independent person who's putting out a movie and want us to watch it, send it on over. But we're pretty far into this podcast, which I doubt you stuck around.
You know what we should do? Which I think would be hilarious.
Review the backseat.
Yeah.
You were gonna say that.
Yeah. Yeah. I need to watch that.
You still haven't fucking watched it.
Yeah.
Not the official.
Right. Well, I saw the rough cut without the ADR, with the messed up scene that was just a picture of the script. Which was great. That was so cool that Ryan, came and had us watch it. I also, God, we gotta find out when Ryan's gonna be back out here. Because I would love to do an entire episode about how we met Ryan.
Yeah, that'd be good to bring up here too. Yeah. It might be a while before he comes out here.
Yeah.
Because I know he's pretty busy with
what's
going on with
for sure
a certain project.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, I would love to have. That would be something we could do over the internet.
We can do that over the internet.
But having Ryan here is a different experience completely. It's way more fun.
Yeah.
So I would like to do that. That's kind of what we're working with this season. We're gonna try and do.
It was just to bring in a lot more guests too.
Yeah.
Because that'd make content for us as well too.
Yeah. I was talking to Cheesy the other night about having him come in so we could talk about Assassin's Creed, because him and I really love those early games.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah,
there we go. We've got ideas to do while this strike is going on. So
feel free to reach out to us.
Yeah,
all of you that we know and some we kind of know.
Mm-hmm.
And let us know what you want to come and talk about, and then we can definitely do that here.
Yep.
But I think that's gonna be it.
Yeah, that'll do it, man.
Because I'm fucking tired. Dude, the sleep, man. The sleep. I'm already starting to feel it.
I'm just getting revved up right now.
Yeah, I need coffee or something.
Let's go.
Anyways, that's gonna be it for us this week.
This
episode. I don't know when we're gonna have another one now to come out. It might not be the following week, depending on our schedule.
So depending on when you put this up, will depend on.
It's gonna go up in September, probably the second week. I want to say, just the latest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. By then,
we should have more.
We'll have some.
Yeah.
We need to talk to Wolf about coming in to do Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And
I played it again.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, thanks everyone for hanging around and sticking with us throughout this huge break. We appreciate that so much.
Definitely.
And then of course, if you want to find us, all our social medias for this podcast is down below. Feel free to follow those. And we also like to thank the wonderful.
Yeah, No Taxes Nigel Bravo, Stoat Krow Komedy. Link in the description to his Bandcamp. Saw some music you're hearing right now at the beginning and end of our podcast. He created.
Yeah, we will catch you next time.